Zimbabwe, a country in southern Africa, is home to many different cultures. The Shona people are the largest group, making up 80% of the population. They are a big part of what makes Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe. Their language, traditions, and stories are all woven together to make the country what it is. To really understand Zimbabwe, we need to learn about the Shona people. Their history goes back a long time with good times and bad times. They built great empires and they survived hard times even when others tried to control them. Through it all, their culture made them strong. Their story isn't just about the past, it's still happening today and it's shaping Zimbabwe's future. It shows how powerful culture can be and how strong people can be when they want to keep their identity. Let's explore the world of the Shona people. We'll learn about their history, their society, their beliefs, and their art. It's like discovering a nation inside a nation. Come along with me and let's learn about the beautiful and complex Shona culture. The Shona people's story begins long, long ago. We think their ancestors, who were farmers and spoke Bantu languages, traveled south from the Great Lakes area of Africa between the years 100 and 200. They came to what is now Zimbabwe and met the people who already lived there, the San. Over time, the Shona became the main group in the area, living between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers. They weren't all one big group, they had different chiefs and different customs, but they all spoke the same language, came from the same ancestors, and respected the land. Over many years these groups became stronger and built impressive empires. Great Zimbabwe, a huge stone city built between the years 1000 and 1400, was the capital of a large empire. They controlled trade and other kingdoms. Other empires like Mutapa, Torwa, and Changamire also showed how powerful the Shona were. But then, in the late 1800s, Europeans came and wanted to control the land. The Shona people, led by brave people like Mbuya Nahanda and Sekuru Kaguvi, fought back. Even though they didn't win then, their bravery helped later generations win their freedom. Shona society is like a beautiful woven cloth, made up of traditions, family, and community. Family is the most important thing. Families were usually big, with many generations living together in the same homestead. A homestead called a musha is a group of round houses around a courtyard. Each house has a different purpose. Elders are very important in Shona culture. They are wise and share their knowledge. Usually families follow the father's side, which means things are passed down from fathers to sons. But some Shona groups follow the mother's side. Marriage is a big deal in Shona culture. Traditionally, the groom's family gives a gift to the bride's family called rora. This is about joining two families, not just two people. In the past, men could have more than one wife, but that's not as common now, especially in cities. The idea of family goes beyond just the people in your house. Neighbors help each other, share things, and celebrate together. The Shona people have a strong belief system that affects everything they do. They believe in Mwari, the creator god, who is good and protects everyone, but Mwari is too great to talk to directly, so they talk to Mwari through ancestral spirits called Vadzimu, or Midzimu. These spirits are like messengers between the living and Mwari. People respect them and are sometimes afraid of them because they can affect what happens to their families. If the ancestors are happy, they bring good things like good crops, health, and wealth. But if they're angry, they might bring bad luck or sickness. This connection to the spirit world is important in Shona rituals and ceremonies. Spirit mediums called nangas talk to the ancestors, help with sickness, and give advice. Traditional healers also use plants and spiritual practices to help people. The Shona also believe in other spirits, some good and some bad, that live in nature. Everything in nature, like trees and mountains, has a spiritual meaning. For the Shona people, the physical world and the spirit world are connected.